white. Now, the Europeans also claim that King Tut's DNA traces him back to Europe. What they fail to realize in this absurdity is that the DNA of all humanity goes back to a single black African tribe, including that of Europeans. They also fail to realize that blacks have been all over this planet, so you will find African DNA in every man, woman, and child. This point was brought out in a recent scientific documentary on the National Geographic. The film was called Search for Adam.
Understand how this could be. We must discover scientific Adam's lost Eden. Enter his world and look him in the eye. At an unexpected crossroads of Bible and biology, we're headed on a search for Adam. Finally, Wells comes face to face with the man he's been searching for. A new portrait of the common ancestor of every man today. Adam. Without the skull, we can't know for sure what Adam looked like. But a combination of genetic evidence, Bender's forensic skills, and cutting-edge computer software suggests he looked something like this. Thousands of years after the Bible, and hundreds of years after Michelangelo, we have a whole new face for Adam.
People living in equatorial Africa are living in a hot environment. The skin must have been able to sweat very efficiently so that people could keep cool. And also because that skin was naked and therefore was prone to damage from ultraviolet radiation. And so the skin of our ancestors was dark, full of the natural sunscreen, melanin.
Even science recognizes that the first humans on Earth were black and that all other races came from them. It should be common sense that you can get white from black, but you cannot get black from white. But for those who don't understand this, let me break it down for you. It is very common for the couple on the left to be able to produce any of various shades of skin color when having children. However, the couple on the right are only able to produce children with a shade of skin color after their own kind. Here are examples of children produced by black parents. While we have many examples of the couple on the left producing children of various shades, the couple on the right can never produce a child that looks like Wesley Snipes.
When the topic of Ham, the youngest son of Noah, is brought up, Europeans love to bring up the curse that was passed down by Noah. They like to use that to claim that the whole black race was cursed. You know, even that was done erroneously because Ham was not cursed. Only his son Canaan was cursed. You know, they also failed to mention that Ham had 4 sons. He had Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. And you know the land of Egypt was originally called Mizraim after the original founder. You know, the son of Ham. So that clearly shows that the original progenitors of ancient Egypt were black people. Mizraim was the original Hebrew name for Egypt as recorded in Genesis 50 and 11.
This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians, wherefore the name of it was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan.
This is what Flavius Josephus writes concerning Mizraim.
Now all of the children of Mizraim, being 8 in number, possessed the country from Gaza to Egypt. though it retained the name of one only, the Philistine, for the Greeks called part of the country Palestine. Antiquities, Book 1, Chapter 6, Verse 2.
Start renaming people and places. Replace African names with Arabic and European names. This will disguise their true black identity.
A few years back, I had a co-worker that was from Egypt that spoke French. After doing some research, I discovered that French is like a second language to Arabic for most modern-day Egyptians. How is it that we see these people in the land today as Egyptians when the ancient Egyptians showed themselves much darker on the walls of Egypt?